Hello guys, welcome to a new video of React. Today we're going to talk about styling in React. So this includes CSS and SCSS style sheets, inline styling, CSS or SCSS modules. We're going to talk about material UI make styles and with styles higher order function, but I'm going to do a video about material UI in the future. And CSS and JS libraries like style components, but I'm going to do a video about that in the future. But today in this video we are going to cover up the first four of them. So let's get started. So first thing, we are going to start with SCSS style sheets. So let's create a component here, SCSS style sheets. We are going to remove the prop types, we don't need them at the moment. Let's make it an object and return this. And let's add some tags here. H1 with heading 1, H2 with heading 2, and H3. Now let's import this inside app.js. Let's import the component here. So SCSS style sheets from components, SCSS style sheets, and this one here. And now let's use this here inside main as a tag. Okay, so now we have the component here. Now let's make the SCSS file here. SCSS style sheets .scss. So with this React extension that is creating components, it will generate automatically the class name, the first div inside this component, with the name of the component and the wrapper. So usually I take this class here and I use it first thing in the file of each component. Now let's add some classes here. Heading 1, font size 40 pixels, color red, and one other class for H2 and another one for H3. So we have color blue and color orange. Let's say we will lower the font size for 2 and for 3 as well. Now let's import the style sheet inside the component. So we need to use import. I'm going to use string, point and slash to look inside the folder, the same folder that this component is. We're just going to import it here. And now we have the classes, so we can use them on our tags. So we're going to use class name because the class word is reserved in React. So I have heading 1, heading 2 and heading 3. And now it will apply the styles that we used inside this style sheet here. And now we can also use conditionals. For example, let's say this was a button and we're gonna send the props primary. We're gonna send a boolean here, and inside this component let's destructure primary. We can do either props.primary or we can destructure it, so we can use only the primary equals to props. And now here let's say primary class maybe color, let's say green, and secondary to be color, let's say brown, something. Okay, and now we either can use this boolean here, for example for heading 1, to be if primary is true, we'll use the class primary. If not, we'll use the class secondary here. So we send here true, and we'll put the primary, which is color green, and if we change here to false, it will be brown. We can do this, for example, we make class name constant and use primary if primary is true. It's primary, string primary or secondary. And we can use template literals here. and say if class name here, it will be the same. False. Okay, now let's create a new component for the inline styling. Inline styles. Okay, we're gonna return this. And use an h1 here, heading 1. Now let's import this inside app.js. Let's comment this. Inline styles. Now let's import it. Inline styles from components. Inline styles.jsx. Okay, so now we have the inline styles. So now inside the inline styles, constant heading equals to, we'll use color red. This will be key and string. And for font size, we need to use camel case. Font size 40 pixels. And now we're going to use style and pass this object here, the heading one, and it will apply the styles. But usually I like to do it like this. Say, put the object here, color red, and font size 40 pixels. It's better for me, but you can use it as you want. The next one, it's the SCSS modules. So let's create a new component, SCSS modules. Remove prop types. And let's add here heading 1 and heading 2. And now if you have in package.json the React script version over 2.00, this will work, so you need to upgrade it if you don't have it. So let's create now a module, an SCSS module. So SCSS modules dot module. So we need to use dot module dot SCSS. And now we can put here, let's say, module heading 1 to be color red and font size 40 pixels, and module heading 2 color blue and font size 30 pixels. Now on the CSS style sheets, if we import this and we would have a child here, all the styles that are here will can be used inside that child. So if you have another styles inside that child, sometimes you might have conflicts. So with CSS modules we can make them locally scoped. So if we import it here, we can use the variable, or we can destructure some classes. So every CSS class we have here, it will be only used inside the component we imported it in. So let's get this SCSS modules here and import it here. Now let's import SCSS modules from components, SCSS modules JSX. Okay, now we have the component here, and now inside the CSS modules we're gonna use import styles. We can use here whatever variable we want. We're gonna use styles from SCSS module.scss. And now this is locally scoped, so we can use it inside class name and say styles dot And let's get this module heading here, module heading 1, and the styles will apply. Also for h2, module heading 2, I believe. Yeah, and we can destructure also, so we can use import module heading 1 and module heading 2, and we don't need to use styles anymore. We are gonna use module heading 1 and module heading 2, the classes we imported from this module here, and it will work. Now we're gonna talk about material UI styling. So we go on their website and we're gonna install the material UI core, and after that we are gonna copy this link rel. We go to the public folder in index.html, and we're gonna paste the CSS from their library here. Okay, and now we are gonna need to install material UI styles, and we have 3 ways of styling here. We have the hook API. We import the make styles here, and we're gonna make a constant equals to this make styles, and we are gonna add our SCSS here, and after that we are gonna call the use styles inside our component, and we can use classes dot the key with the styles, so we can style our component. After that we have styled components API. We import styled, and we pass the component inside the styled, and we add the SCSS, and after that we can use the component with styles already added. And after that we have hire the component API. We make an object styles, and we import with styles, and we pass the styles object with the styles here, and after that the component we want to use the styles inside. So after that we can destructure the classes. This object will come as props inside this component, so we can use them inside class name to style the components. Okay, so let's get started. Let's import the make styles in the button here. Let's remove this and let's make our own styles. Let's say here will be background red, box shadow, and after that we need to call these use styles here. So you can have styles or classes, you can name it whatever you want, and we use this hook, call it, and now we can use this button, the component from material UI, and use class name and classes dot root, but we're going to use here button instead of root. So now we need to change classes dot button, and if you look here it's styled, and we don't need to go inside an SCSS file to change the styles. We can change it inside our component, so pay 50 pixels and it's faster. Okay, the next one, it's styled, so let's make styled here, and we are gonna make a constant. Let's name it styled button, and we pass this component here in styled, and again let's make this background red and padding, let's say 100 pixels. And after that we can use this styled button here as a component. We can name it whatever we want. Okay, and now it works with the styled one. And the last one, it's hire the component. We import with styles here, and we make our own styles. We rename this to button. Again, let's say blue, background blue, 100 pixels here. And here on the export default, we need to use with styles, which we imported it, and we're gonna need to pass the styles we created here, and here is a calling function. It will pass the component. So now inside the props here we can destructure it. I've console logged it. Let's see. The object, we have the classes and the class we need to use. Okay, and now we just need to destructure. Let's say const classes equals to props. We have access to props, and we are just gonna use button and classes.button. Now it will work. But I'm gonna make a video with more details about Material UI and with the style components also. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to subscribe and to join my Discord channel if you have any questions or any problems in every framework. I'm willing to help, and we can talk there more. Have a nice evening, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.